Hi, welcome to my Showcase project. I'll be sharing a bit about an animated documentary film I created last year to share the story of my piano teacher and one of the first lessons that she ever taught. While creating this documentary, I wanted to focus on my teacher's value of teaching kids in a way that helps them thrive uniquely and not just giving instructions. I wanted to focus on her teaching journey and the wisdom she gained. To visually show my teacher's story, I tried to choose themes that would connect metaphorically to the corresponding segment in audio, or whichever part of the anecdote she was talking about. I began my animation with a scene of a child waving, and the teacher stops in her tracks, which you can see from the head stopping its bobbing motion, because she is hesitant to head into her first lesson. I chose to have a series of mountains rising to represent the challenge of teaching, and to be a tall physical barricade to the goal. I used an ink art style to try to mimic the traditional Chinese paintings that I enjoy. When the teacher is trying to explain things to the child, I use a symbol of perioplatypus, which the child is much more familiar with than a music dynamic symbol. It kind of shows that you can't expect someone to understand the meaning of something straight away without training. And to show the students' confusion and lack of music schemas, I chose to animate dandelion seeds dispersing through the air and a single one falling to the ground. This black dots animation was a filler animation to represent memory. I also made use of animation to show the hand movements associated with different types of notes, like playing staccato, and the length of time associated with it. To represent the speed and energy of playing the note, I animated a bouncing ball versus a flat ball to illustrate how the teacher was playing it versus how the student was misinterpreting it. I designed the bouncy and flat balls based on the rubber dodgeballs I used to use in PE class in elementary school, with the cross-hatchy texture. To represent the angry reaction by the student's mother, I use sort of like a comical symbol, the little pop-up in comics. And also I use a spatter illusion using opacity fade in the background, and I chose to use orange and red colors to represent anger. When my teacher was talking about her pianist friend who helped her, I made the suit be blue instead of a typical dark business suit to better match the teacher's creative personality. To illustrate the segment about the teacher observing the students, I drew a magnifying glass and a blinking eye and repeated this 3 times. To show the comparison between the staccato piano note and a spider, I tried a morphing animation where I had a note and I made a dot on it become a spider and dangle from its web. I envisioned the spider bite as 2 rest symbols from a music score, snapping their ends together like a jaw. The fireworks on the pink background are meant to show revelation and a spark, that moment when a student realizes how to correctly play the note. I like to call this segment of the animation the brainchild. After the child's face divides to reveal their brain and their mind, I use the Ken Burns effect to zoom into the brain and simulate an animation. And I then followed the scene by neurons, like a snapshot into the student's mind. I hope you enjoyed learning about my project, and I'm very excited to hear your feedback. Thank you!